2022. What a date for a live broadcast here in Boulder, Colorado. This is Lisa Gonzalez with Sounds Like Lisa. I'm live simulcasting right now as well on 12radio.com, on Facebook, on Twitch, and on YouTube, I believe. So, those of you who are about to join me, hello, hello, whether you're joining me live or you're listening to this later. We have an exciting week that's coming up. What a magical day today. 2222. Gosh, there's a lot of twos in there. Yeah, so hello, hello. I can see people starting to join in. Hello, Mary. Hello, Renee. Yeah, I'm like watching everybody like starting up. Yeah, so and it's also my best friend, one of my best friend in the world's birthday, Miss Erin Halal. Happy 44th birthday. I'm excited to have known you all these years, and I hope to continue to see many more birthdays of yours, many more suns around, many more times of us around the sun, I should say. So good. Well, hi, Tara. Hi, Quelly. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Shelley. Okay, got lots of people hopping on today. Yeah, so we're going into Pisces. Can you all feel it? I definitely can feel it. I found myself this past week rushing around trying to hit a deadline. and Wow, I haven't felt that crushed since college when you have a term paper due. And of course, last minute, my computer freezes up, but I had given myself enough time to get it in, with a little time remaining. Thank God I did that because, like, I really got in, like, under the wire for this competition that uh, it's the first competition in 4 years that I've submitted to. So I'm a little nervous, but the moon was in Libra the night I did it. So I'm thinking it's got to be in my favor with six planets in Libra. Yeah. So I've got my cards out. It's an interesting transition into Pisces. I'm looking forward to it. There's lots of creativity. I'm looking forward to March, as a matter of fact, because I think it's going to be a pretty fun month. And There will be a few times in March where I'm going to be pre-recording my podcast, so you'll have this a little bit pre-recorded, just because I'll be out of town, but I'll still have a fresh recording for you guys to listen to so that you know what's going on for the week. And Yeah, I think that's important, especially since that's why you tune in, right? Okay. What a day, Quelly says. Two, 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 two. I don't know. There's supposed to be six twos in there. Two, 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 two. Blessings, Lisa. That's what it is. Two, 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 two. So, okay. Let's see. Hi, Pam. Good to see you tuning in today. I got good. I got a bevy full of women here that I love talking to, and I got my cards. Okay, I'm shuffling. I am now putting down the spread. Sometimes you guys are gonna just have to see. I wonder if I can do this. Look at this. Aha. Putting down the spread, and I'm gonna pull. And let's take a look at what comes up on today. Okay, for January, we're coming right here. I don't know if I've ever showed you how I pull. January, you guys have the completion card, the Four of Cups. The Four of Wands, excuse me. The Four of Wands for Capricorn today, and it's reversed. You're going to feel like you're not able to get loose ends done this week. It's going to be pretty daunting for you, Capricorn. You're going to see that. Like there are loose ends all around you and you're trying to get everything organized. It's going to be very frustrating on some levels because you're going to want to organize and you're going to find that it's not as easy as you would like. But this week is all about getting things organized for you and tying up those loose ends that are around you as we get into this week. You're going to be finding it's a lot of kind of backtracking and taking what you know and learning to to finalize things. Okay, yeah, it'll be interesting. Okay, let's take a look at Aquarius. Aquarius looks like you may be going away or having some time to yourself. You have the Two of Swords. It's the Peace card. It means that you're going to withdraw from a situation and maybe take some time for yourself, usually. This could be also you could look at this in a different way too. You could look at it as it could be if you're in a fight with somebody, you decide that you're going to have some peace in this next week and decide not to fight, but to give yourself some peace. So it's an interesting card to have, Aquarius, especially since we're going into Pisces, where that you may just find that you just don't want to engage and you need to get away. So take some time for yourself, even if it means taking a walk. Right now, where I'm at, it's snowing. I wouldn't recommend that, but I do know that a lot of places right now are having great weather from what I've been seeing around the country. So if you're in one of those spots where you can get out and enjoy nature, do it for all of us, okay? Um, my Aquarius people, you may find you need to just take some time off and go to the mountains or like it's okay. It's like that type of week. Okay. Going over to Pisces, it's your birthday. We're coming into your birthday month, Pisces, or your birthday time period. Happy birthday. You're going to be having a lot of communication happen around you in this next week. This is the Eight of Wands. There's communication happening. You'll find that maybe you can communicate well if you want to ask for something, like at work for a raise or if you're looking to try to make some headway in a relationship, this is a week where there's good communication happening for Pisces. And you'll be hearing from people that you may not have been hearing from in a while. They're going to pop out of the woodwork and find an excuse to get in touch with you. And so this could be a very busy week with a lot of communications for Pisces. All right, going over to Aries. Now you guys get to see what I do. I have to write it down. I have to pull. Going down to Aries now, let's take a look. All right. Aries has the Three of Swords. Okay, Three of Swords, Aries. You're not really clear about what's going on around you this week. You'll be feeling some sorrow. This might be a heavy week for you, Aries. I'm hoping that you guys are all okay, but it looks like you may not be very clear about certain situations or what actions to take this week, Aries. This could be hard decisions, difficult decisions that you're not happy about making. Um, this is a week where you're going to be encountering them and trying to figure out how to handle the situation. I will say, when you're not clear, Aries, do yourself a favor and don't do anything. You know, the action is when you don't know, don't do anything. Just stand still for a second and take it all in. There's a lot of fire and air going on, and that's combustible for an Aries right now. So try to recognize the fact that it is okay to not do anything when you don't know what to do. Okay, that's like my advice to you guys, Aries. All right, going over to Taurus. Taurus, I'm going here. Taurus, we have the Six of Swords. Okay. Now, it was reversed when I pulled it out, so we have to talk about what this means for Taurus. Taurus, when you get this card and you have this maze, it's telling me you're not going to see clearly about what you're doing this week. You're going to kind of like feel your way through this week. When it's upside down, it's going to be feeling a little bit more chaotic than normal. So, one thing I know about Taurus is you guys always like to know what's going on. If you find yourself in a situation to where it's chaotic and you don't know what's going on, it tends to make you a little grumpy because you can't see 6 steps ahead of yourselves. So, what am I trying to tell you about this? Try to keep your spirits up and recognize that this is an adventure. This is a maze. You will get to where you need to go, even if it's a little chaotic. You may not feel like you're very connected with everybody because you're so focused on yourself this week, but you will get yourself back to a place to where you find peace and harmony again. But it's going to be a very interesting week, Taurus, for you. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Quelly has 85 degrees in Florida. Oh, I looked up to see that and I'm so jealous. It is about 23 degrees, I think, here today, and it is snowy. It's probably 22 degrees on the second of the 20s on the second month of the 22nd day of 2022. That's kind of interesting. Sheila has a question. Okay, Sheila, I'll get to you guys all the questions. I'll be getting to you guys after I do my my Lisa scopes. We just did Taurus and now we have Gemini. It's handing off in my hand and I haven't even shown it to you yet. Gemini has the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups is talking about using your intuition and your imagination this week to make things happen. You will be finding yourself in a very dreamy mode. If you're an artist or creator, somebody who uses creativity, you're going to be finding that you're having a lot of creative energy and juice this week, Gemini. And you can harness that into something very creative and worthwhile for you, actually. Like, it's great dream state for Geminis. If you're not artist, you may find that you have very vivid dreams. Make sure to write down your dreams so that you can maybe take a look and analyze them a little bit later. I'm sure you're going to have some unusually creative dreams going on there. But the Prince of Cups hitting you in this Pisces, you may feel very disconnected with your body this week, Gemini, and feeling kind of like you're like a little out of sorts, like a little discombobulated, if you know what I mean. So just hang in there, Gemini, and it's got to be okay. But know that like this is a very creative time for you, and utilize that creativity. It's always for the best for you. It's a problem solving week for you, I guess, is what I want to say to Gemini. So yeah, enjoy that. Going over to Cancer. Cancer, I want this one. Cancer is the strength card upside down. Okay, Cancer, we got to talk about this card. So, Cancer, with your strength card upside down, it's telling me that you are not sure how to handle the situation around you. Sometimes when we have this card upside down, it means that like you're not in control of a situation, but this tells me you lose control of a situation if more than anything, when it's upside down. So it's upside down like this, but I hate leaving cards upside down when I want people to look at them. So this card is the strength card. It's a major arcana card. When we have this card with you, Cancer, this may mean you're harsh on people who are you need to be more gentle with your assessment and your understanding of like a situation or an argument or a conversation. You may find yourself, Cancer, looking at a situation and being very hard on the person that you're having the conversation with. So try to relax and not be so harsh with the person that you're having the conversation with this week. It's like saying like you're quick to judge or quick to snap back, quick to talk back, and that's not necessarily a Cancer trait normally. So you may find yourself a little short fused this week about certain situations. Try to be gentle with others and be kind and not snap at them because they just may not know as much as you do. And it's not a normal feeling for a Cancer to be in this realm, but you may find yourself a little bit snippy this week and short with people. So just recognize that it's in the air. This is what's going on with Cancers this week more than normal, and it's going to be okay. If you have a Cancer friend that's being snippy, you know why. It's just what it is this week. And it's all about a test of being able to be calm and be patient with people. And that's not normally a Cancer's problem, but it happens. It comes up every once in a while, and this is the week. Going over to Leo. Let's see what Leo brings in here. Leo, I'm coming over here. Leo has the Prince of Wands. Okay, so very much like what I was seeing for Pisces earlier, there's a lot of communication going on with the Leo this week, a lot of talking about how to make money, about how to bring in new ingenious like situations for yourself. Um, it's all about being channeled, about bringing in new ideas. Usually, something that makes money or something that is successful comes in during this type of period of time. So, pay attention to what's going on in your thoughts, Leo, about new ways of making money. You're taking into consideration new ideas on like how to be successful, how to achieve something here, how to make some goals realized. It's going to take creativity, but it's a new way of thinking for you. And I think when you bring in these new thoughts, you should write them down because they're not normally, it's almost like you're being channeled. Okay. So pay attention to what the thoughts are bringing to you, these new ideas, because it could be a breakthrough for you to get you out of like a stuck situation that you're in. So it's a really good card. The Prince of Wands is a really good card to have if you've been stuck in a situation for a while. You know that your mind is going to be almost channeled, to be bringing in these new ideas, these new ways, and it can really help a situation have some gain some momentum and have some movement around you. But it's calling for creativity. It's calling for new ways of thinking. It's calling for you to really access the different channels of creativity in your brain. So let's see how that works for you this week, Leo. Virgo, Virgo, let's see where we go with you guys here. Um, Virgo has a very interesting card today. You have the World card. You're going to be cutting off things that don't work for you this week. You may be having endings of situations that have been holding you back, and you decide that no more am I going to be held back. I'm going to take myself and get rid of the situation around me. Now, either you're getting rid of the situation or the situation is throwing you out in the sense of, um, how would I put this? Sometimes people stay too long in a job or a relationship or an unhealthy situation, and if they don't leave, things will help them. I would say like the universe, will help them go to the door a little bit quicker. They'll push you out of the nest because you haven't done it. You have the option this week to take charge yourself. Otherwise, you're probably going to have it happen to you. So it's going to be an interesting week for you, Virgo, to see what situations are being cut off from you and giving you an opportunity to make new decisions and go into another direction. But that World card is a major arcana card. It's the first major arcana card we've had all week, um, with all the signs. So that's showing me that, like, well, no, that's not true. We had the Strength card. It's the second one. But only having two major arcana cards after we're two-thirds of the way done from our Lisa scopes, we know it's not a week where there's like a lot of momentous chains for a lot of the signs. So it's probably going to be a pretty interesting week, but not as devastating as it could be, or I want to say cataclysmic, but that sounds so bad. Maybe like it's not a big powerful week like some of the other weeks that we have coming up for us, and some of the weeks that we've actually already survived this year, because this year has been chock full of like major events already, and we're only getting into the third month now. So, yeah, just hang in there, Virgo. Uh, just know that anything that's going to be cut off from you is for the better. It's there for good change, and um, you're going to be fighting you'll be resisting it because Virgos don't really like change so much. But go with the flow. It's for your better, like it's for your betterment. Okay. All right, Libras. Let's take a look at Libras. Somebody was asking me, what do I do with cuspy people? Maybe I'll have to do a cuspy reading one day to show like the cusp people who are on the cusp of two signs, how to read themselves. I usually say listen to both the signs and see what applies to you. But there's a way to do cuspy people too, and maybe one of these days I'm going to have to do that for you guys. Okay. Um, Let me take a look. I have the Queen of Wands for Libra. Now, this means that Libras will be making executive decisions about their business, their relationships. Normally, more about their ideas this week. They will be taking charge and saying, "This is what I need. This is what I have to have." Um, you're doing it to nurture yourself. It's this week is your week to grow for your own self here, Libra. Um, it means that I say executive decisions, and there's a self knowledge that's coming through this week that's having you take charge, usually of your business, your career, of what you consider important. This could be your family, but you're making the executive decisions and helping the ship move more smoothly for yourself, having to do with business usually because of that wands. But it could be ideas too. I mean, I think of myself and I'm like, I made an executive decision to do something last night and I did it. And I'm already into this week doing this. So I'm very interested to see how my fellow Libras are like picking up this card and running with it. But it's really about taking charge of a situation. You have good ideas. You have to trust yourself at this point in time. And you're like really trying to stay in charge. And your ideas are what's key to making your situation work. So trust yourself and your own decisions over other people's, and you'll see that you're going to be pretty successful. Let's go over to Scorpio. Scorpio gets the Princess of Wands. Okay, Princess of Wands for Scorpio. That means to lose your fear and move forward with something. Maureen doesn't like today's Libra. Well, I'm sorry if you don't like today's Libra, Maureen. That's where we are right now. Can't do much about that. Um, let's see. Uh, I am looking at this. And I'm feeling for Scorpio. Let me just get back into my groove for a second. I can't read the screen sometimes when I'm reading. Okay, so this is about losing your fear and moving forward, Scorpio. Um, It was reverse, but it's not such a big difference as reverse as regular, and that's why I'm just kind of keeping it up. So you're losing your fear of a situation and you're going to move forward through it even though it's a little bit scary is what this is talking about. Your fear can be overwhelming and want to stop you from doing what is prominently a good situation for you, but you're not sure if it's the best situation to be dealing with when it could be a safer situation that isn't uh, a change. But this talking about moving forward, losing your fear, and embracing the new things that are coming up around you. And this could be a move, this could be a business decision, this could be. With those wands, it has to do with ideas more so than emotions. So, and business and solid things that you're working with here. A lot of business decisions this week is what it's looking like. I find that very interesting to see that a lot of people are making decisions around business or running away from things. I mean, there's a theme here a little bit. It's about sitting in things and following through, I think, with some of these. With some of these cards this week because there's a lot of wands. When I look down, there's a lot of wands. There's more wands and swords than there are cups this week. So we're talking about actions and ideas this week more so than what your feelings are, except for maybe the Gemini. Gemini is the only one that's had a cups today. So they're going to be the ones that are more moody. Don't tell the Gemini that, but that's the truth. So, yeah, we can see how that is going to be affecting you. And then now we're going to the Scorpio, and we see Scorpio is going to be taking charge of something that is going to be kind of a scary thing, but to move forward. And you will find that it will be successful for you. So I'm looking forward. I feel this is around, like I said, movement, around business, around ideas that you want to create, Scorpio. So it's like taking that leap of faith with your ideas and taking it into a new perspective and making it into a new action. You know, that's your next step is to try to get it into an action from an idea. And I believe you can do that. So, Scorpio, good luck with that Princess of Wands. But I feel that whatever your endeavor is this week, like if it's a move or something, it's going to be good for you. It's just scary, and I understand that, but you know what? I'm supposed to be here to encourage you to move forward anyways, because it's gonna be a good thing for you, okay? All right, last but not least, we got Sagittarius coming up here. Want this one over here. Sagittarius has another. Okay, so we had three major arcana. This time we have the hangman. So, Sagittarius, you may feel that you're sacrificing one position for another. You're sacrificing yourself to make things work for you. Um, I am definitely looking at this situation and feeling that you feel frozen in your situation, like it's not moving as quickly as you'd like it to. You may find that that's a very frustrating position to be in as a Sagittarius. Um, but sometimes we have to make sacrifices in order to make everything work. And, being stuck in one situation in order to make another situation work, whether this may be finances. Maybe you're in a job that you don't like and you're feeling stuck in it, and but you're doing it because you know you need to make money. It's that type of thing, but it is the sacrifice that you make in order to, keep things going for those you love is what it's like when we like look around for that. So good luck with that hanged man, that frozen situation, feeling like you're not getting anywhere fast. That's only this week. Next week, it may be something different. So hang in there, Sagittarius. It's not so bad, but it is frustrating from that, from what I'm seeing. Okay, so let me go and see what everybody's saying, and I'll see what I can do as far as. Uh, readings and whatnot because I think I have a lot of different comments here. So, hi Mary, hi Tara, hi Quelly, hi Shelley, hi Maureen, hi Pamela, hi Renee, hi Elizabeth, hi Mary again. Okay, so Mary says, I had to cancel Europe trip in April. I need to find a new vacation idea. My husband wants to do a road trip across the US and fly out. Across the US and then fly back. Thoughts? Not exactly my idea of a vacation. Well, let's take a look, Barry. You guys are nicely traveled. That's one thing I got to say about you, Mary. You definitely travel all around, and that's a wonderful existence from what I see. Okay, so you have the strife card that's talking about the Europe trip here, and then the news of not going and maybe doing this other trip. You know, when you have a road trip, you have to section it off or something, like you have to take bite-sized pieces. Maybe take a look at where you want to go, Mary, and figure out if there's something specific. Now, I'm wondering, have you seen Coeur d'Alene in Idaho? I feel like almost like you should go up and then down if you're going to be doing a road trip there. I don't know why I said Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, but I felt like maybe you could go up the coast over like the Seattle way, up the north. I mean, it's cold though. Um, but that might be for something else, but it may not be cold there. For April, that wouldn't probably be a good trip, but I'm feeling that there's something about you going up north more than across the states. So tell me what I'm picking up because that must be another idea that's like floating out around there somewhere. So, okay, let's see. Scorpio here, learning new systems this weekend. It's quite different from the system I've been using. I'm slow as hell at it so far. That's okay, Pam. You're like doing what you can. Uh, that's, sometimes we've got to feel uncomfortable to make those changes happen. As the Princess of Wands is, it's scary, but you're doing something new, which is good. Let's see. Uh, Kelsey wants to know any idea of when I'll be booking that big gig. I would love intel on my career. Something big is going to happen in September for you. That's you have the roadblock that's been blocking you is going to explode. So there's some big changes for you, the way you've been thinking, the way you've been doing things, Kelsey, in September. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing. You want to know a timeline? I'm saying the month of September of this year. Okay, let's see. Maureen would love a card, please. It says, would love a card, please, as I'm trying to get through hormone. He'll find an answer. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Like hoping that he's going to find an answer about that. You're going to hear of results coming in this month, Maureen, and you're going to know what's going on. The Knight of Dis is here, which is saying that you're going to know what the answer is, and you're going to have a result for like how to fix what's going on around you, Maureen. So this would probably uh, be in relation to what they're not sure about right now. Oh, I like it as I ponder. Hey, can I get a reading? My name is Bagashari Ankar. Feelings for me. Will he propose to me? Till when? Overall situation from his side. Okay, I can try to do what you're asking. Bagshari, I hope I'm saying your Bag Bhagyashri. Sorry, I'm not good at like reading like 10 syllable stuff, but I hope I said that right. Let's see. Can you get a reason? Um, he doesn't feel like proposing yet. He's comfortable. In April, he may try to break it off for a little while, but what it's showing me in June, you have to wait till June, and I think he's going to come back again. This guy's unsure of he's not unsure of you, he's unsure of marriage, and if you push him too much, you're going to have a situation that is, not happy for you. He is feeling like he wants to get married in time, but he doesn't like being pushed in the relationship is what I'm getting. Um, I do think he'll come back and the situation will get better from what I'm pulling. But we're looking at more like August, September, October for you to get more closely involved with this man that you want to be married to. He's not ready yet, and he doesn't like it when he feels like he has to. So don't worry if he breaks up with you in April. He's doing that because he feels pressured. If you don't pressure him, I don't think he'll break up with you, but he's going to need some time this year. Like I said, August, September, October is when I think he starts feeling a little more seriously, but he's not as serious about marriage as you are at this point, and it could be something that is detrimental for you if he feels like you're pushing him too hard. So I hope that you out. Let's see. Hi, I'm new to all of this. Hello. Hi, 100% proof guy or 100 proof guy. Good. Happy to see you here. And I'm glad that you're on this. If you have a question, feel free to put it on my chat. I can see this. Okay. Let me see what I'm having here. But oh, so rewarding. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Oh, this must be for you, Tara, you Capricorn, trying to organizing things, huh? And getting things shored up. Okay. It's good to see you, Kelsey. I'm glad that you were able to tune in this past month, that you had a class. Now you can see me live. Okay, so Sheila has a quick question. I knew I was missing a few questions here. I had to go up and down on the scrolly thing, you know. The quick question is quick question, Lisa. Was asked if I was available to do a contract, and my resume was found to be impressive. Well, that's good. They asked me for my references last week. So, what do you think? Do you think that what do you think that the contract wait, this is where a very prominent couple who want to leave a legacy. Okay, I understand the question even though I didn't understand it when I read it just like I read it, but I understand the question. Let me take a look, Sheila. Sheila, this is very promising for you, but it could change things. Um, it feels like these people want to shake the system a little bit, and so I believe that they're trying to hire you for this. Um, it seems like it's going to be kind of a. Here we go. Just hang tight 1 second. This is going to be a roller coaster for you, Sheila. It's good, but it has its ups and downs. I don't know what I'm pulling through on this, but you've got the chariot card. It may have a hard time starting whatever they're trying to do. Um, you've got the chariot card reverse, which means stops and starts. You've got miscommunication problems with not with you, but I think with other people and trying to right those situations. I'm curious to see what you would be doing for them, Sheila, to make sure I understand. The booking would be good, but it's going to have you all over the place. So, um, yeah, I think if this can happen in April, which is what it looks like it's going to be happening, it's going to have a roller coaster ride, but I think this will be good overall. It's just going to have you up and down a bit. Okay. And I do think it will come to fruition, but it's going to be a little bumpy there, but it does look good. You've, just so you know, you had the 8 of Wands upside down. You had the Tower card, which was upside down too, so you're shaking things up. You've got the Chariot card, which is new beginnings for you and decisions, and then you've got the Luxury card, which meant that it's surrounding a lot of money, and then you've got the Truce card here, which that was the first card that was like coming from a place where you weren't working to doing something is what I understood that is. So I hope this makes sense to you. Um, and hopefully you can kind of sort out what I was talking about. But I say it could come through, but it's going to be an adventure with ups and downs, okay? Like this. All right. Mary said, "We're thinking of visiting our friend in Toronto and visiting my cousins in Chicago. We've invested in property in El Paso, Texas, and South Carolina, so have to go there too. And the Grand Canyon." Yeah, so I think you would probably be doing an up and down like this, which makes sense to me, from California up and then down. But I would try to go through Coeur d'Alene. I don't know why I was like looking at that for you. There was something that was interesting about that energy. So, yeah, I don't know. I've never been to Coeur d'Alene. I have no idea why that popped up in my head. But if you're up in Toronto, oh no, not in Toronto. If you're up in Canada and then down, I mean, you're going to be all over the place. But I think you'll have fun. I mean, it's not as bad. Uh, it's not as bad as just going straight across. I mean, if you're going to Grand Canyon and you're going up to see friends and stuff, I think it sounds like fun. And you'll have to keep us posted, Mary. Let's see. Maureen would love a card, please. And I did take a look at that earlier, but I'm going to look at it again just to make sure. Yeah, you're going to find out what's wrong. Maureen, you and I are Libra sisters, and I understand that sometimes your health issues are very confusing, like mine are, but I do feel they're going to have an answer for you. So that's good. Um, Tara Elizabeth said, "I'm doing so much in depth clearing in my home and business. I feel the fresh new energy come in. Time for change." That's those Scorpio. I mean, that's those Capricorns taking all that energy of like tying up loose ends and cleaning up right now. It's frustrating sometimes, but it feels really good when you get it done. So I'm glad to see that's happening with you, Tara Elizabeth, and that you're getting that going on. Oh, yeah, here we go. El Paso, South Carolina. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to shuffle a little bit here. I see that there's a couple more on this end that I've got 3 different places open here with different questions coming in. So they don't all show up on my screen like they do. We can see some of them, which is why I like having this. You guys can see the different feed coming in and you can read them with me. Let's see. Here's a question. Oop, there's another message. Hold on. Here's another question coming in. "I'm going to have to do research to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Never heard of it." Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be interesting. I don't know why I pulled that up, Mary. It's Coeur d'Alene. I don't know. It's Courd like hyphen and then Lane or something like that. Somebody spell that correctly for me in my feed, please. All right. Pamela says, I'm having to deal with a lot of family drama. Could you please pull a card for me?" Sure, Pam. Is this concerning your brother? I'm curious because what I'm getting is there's a lot of self cruelty on your end. You're feeling very bad about a situation having to do with some of this drama around you, and you're feeling sad about a situation and torn. And then you've got the High Priestess card here. Okay, so you're saying yes. Okay, so I'm right. I feel that you did, or I'm supposed to tell you to do what your intuition is telling you to do, even though you're being really hard on yourself. I think you're feeling guilty over a situation that you don't have to feel guilty about. This is not yours that you're taking on, but you're feeling like you've got to do something. And I do feel what's up with your brother? Is he like an addict or is there something going on here? I wish I could get you live so I could talk to you in person. But yeah, just keep typing down below. I just feel like you're wondering if you can help change a situation that isn't good, and I don't think that you can, but you feel guilty over it. Um, Alzheimer's. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, and I thought he was an addict. That was messed up. Um, yeah, but I felt him escaping, and that's kind of what Alzheimer's does is they go to a different reality. Really? That's what's going on with your brother, Alzheimer's? They're gonna go back. I'm looking at they're gonna try new protocol on him and then go back to seeing another doctor that he had before. There is a lot of drama, and the family has to come to terms with what's gonna be done about this situation. I don't feel that you need to take on all the responsibility. I think you're feeling your family is torn apart about this, but use your intuition. This high priestess card says that you're being guided to being told to what to do, okay, and how to help. So I hope um, this is maybe you need to fire the caretaker if the caretaker is making a lot of problems and find a different one. Are you in control or are you part of the people that has the control over some of that? Or is this something that is out of your hands? Is my question, I guess, to you, Pam, because it sounds like this situation is escalating and it's telling me that it like the family's drama is getting into it and tearing the family apart. I am curious to see if the caregiver is one that needs to stay or needs to go, though. I'm almost wondering if your brother's on the wrong meds, the way I feel about this. Um, is there a doctor that he can go back to, one that was there before? Because it's saying about going back to another doctor. And that's what I'm trying to. The caretaker is trying to have all the control. Well, the caretaker is with him the most. Uh, But the caretaker can also be fired too, and you can get somebody in that you can control better. I mean, get a second opinion is what I'm feeling. Use your intuition. Again, that high priestess is telling me that you're kind of on a level knowing what's up and not happy about it and see what you can do about it. Because it looks like you may be going back to another like a different doctor, a different person, somebody from before to help you out with the situation. And that's what I'm like very curious about for you, Pam, at this point in time. Is maybe how to not have that caretaker have as much control and maybe get there may have been care that was previously better than what there is now is what I'm getting. So hopefully this makes sense to you. And I don't know why I keep picking up on your brother, but I don't think he's happy about the situation himself. And you can only do what you can do though. I mean, I can see that you're being very protective of him, but there's only so much you can do, so don't beat yourself up. I feel you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do and just use your intuition, okay? That is my guidance for you for the time being right now. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? I mean, I've got a few more minutes here that I can go and I can pull something up on. You know, while we're just sitting here and I'm like waiting for a question to pop up, I might as well talk about Turnaround Tuesdays. I've been like saying that I was going to do Turnaround Tuesdays. I want to bring up a situation that happens with a lot of people sometimes, and it I want to try to do a turnaround on it, and that is when people get fired or get uh, furloughed or get laid off from their jobs or have a situation that they find themselves all of a sudden in a situation to where they don't have a job anymore and they don't know why it happened. And uh, the common thing that happens that I see, the first thing that happens is they think it's all about them and they take it very personally. I see this a lot happening, what's going to happen to my future? And the first thing that I usually see people do is they blame themselves. Like they blame themselves for what happened and they take it personally, like the people didn't like them. And sometimes this is true. Sometimes people don't like you. And sometimes people get rid of you because they don't feel like you're a good fit. But I want you and I want to challenge anybody who's been through this. I mean, the first reaction is usually that of rejection, right? I want to challenge the people who have had this happen to recognize that the universe works this way too. There's a lot of times people are given many chances to leave a situation, but they don't. And they find themselves stuck in their situation because maybe the pay is just enough, even though the work is toxic. Or maybe they feel like they can't hop now because maybe there won't be something else on the chain, or up to that point, there wasn't something on the chain that kept them there. I want you to, I challenge, if you've been in a situation like this, I challenge you to take a turnaround on this and look at it like the universe is actually doing you a favor by pushing you out so that you can have a new experience and that you can have the change that maybe you weren't strong enough to make the change on your own. Um, and I really feel that it's important to talk about this because the guilt that comes, what I see with people is they feel like they've done something wrong and there's guilt and there's like feeling like people don't like them. It's usually not anything like that. It's usually the universe pushing you out so that you can have a fresh start because you weren't ready to do it yourself. And when you start to look at a situation like this is the push, the shove out of the nest that you needed, it becomes less about what was wrong with you and more about helping you along to the new path. In my 20, I think it's like 4 years of doing this professionally now, maybe even longer, I have never seen anybody get pushed out of the nest and say, I wish I were back in that toxic situation. I wish I had those awful people to work with again. I wish I had that horrible job that didn't pay enough. I have always seen them liking where they end up. Even if it's a scary experience to get to the next step, they find themselves liking better and never wanting to go back. If this is an encouragement for those of you who are afraid to take that change, please try to take it into consideration and think about that turnaround that I'm talking about. It's not about losing something that was toxic. It's about gaining a freedom and making the most of the new situation. And I guarantee you, once you get in your new situation, you're never going to look back and say, I wanted that toxic job that paid me $2 an hour less than what I'm being made now. And I just wanted to share that with you today because I feel that there's been a lot of changes happening that I've seen and a lot of people who've been scared. But I challenge you to look back and see that as a situation that maybe you had once in the past before and realize, hey, I would never go back to where I was before. And that's how you can look at these situations when they come up in the future. So I hope this happens for you and you can understand why I'm saying it because a lot of us need to hear it because we don't hear it in our society. Let's take a look at this. Mary said, that exact situation happened to me. At the time, I was devastated, but it put me on a brand new path that directly changed my views and everything, especially about spirituality. Best change ever. And Tara says, totally thank you. Maureen says, you are so right. Vicky says, so me. And, I mean, this is important. I think it's important to hear this because we as a society don't look at these changes like that. We look at it very catastrophically. So I'm glad you guys understand. Toxic is toxic, never look back. I love that, Maureen. That's exactly the truth. We have to understand that it's not always easy to leave toxicity. We're so used to it and the poison around it that we don't understand that, like, our leaving is actually a very good thing. But it does feel devastating, usually impersonal, until you can do that turnaround and not take it personally and realize that the universe is actually working with you and not against you to throw you out of that job. I have a client right now who is in a job that's ill-fitted for her. She definitely does not like her job. She's been complaining about it for, the 8 years that she's been there, basically. And finally, she was given a severance package and saying, "We're cutting out your department." And it really hit her hard because she felt like everybody was against her. But to me, I look at it as a great opportunity in the universe, giving her signs to get out of there. She's had signs before to get out of there to where she could have gone out on her own. And, she waited, she waited, she waited, but she's being given a severance package and she's going to have, she's getting paid to leave. She's getting paid to not be working there for a few months to find a new job. And they're even going to give her a headhunter and like help her find a new job. I mean, I can't think of the universe pushing somebody out like a better example of that and saying, "Hey, look, they're going to pay you your salary to not work there and to find another job." Tell me, I mean, it may not be for a year, but it's like 4 months off for her to like do something new. And to me, I think that's like the best gift ever. And the universe saying, she was looking at it like they didn't like her. And I'm like looking, and, she spent 8 years there. I'm looking at it as the universe is giving you an opportunity to find something that you actually belong with the people, like, in an environment that's healthy. And what a blessing that is. So I hope this was meant for somebody to hear today because it's been on my mind all week and I'm glad I was able to like share that with you guys. Okay. Let's see. Ana Rosa Figueroa Valenzuela would like a card. You got it, Ana Rosa. You're going through some family issues. What's your birthday, Ana Rosa? I would love to know that. Hello, Aerosmith Cat. Good to see you. Hello, Kelly. Happy Tuesday. For my wax, do you know how much money I will receive? I was thinking, they're going to try to lowball you at like 7, but I was thinking that you'll probably receive around 15,000. I hope that makes sense. Ana Rosa, you're a Taurus. Let's take a look at what we're going through, some family issues with you. We're going to pull 3 cards, Ana Rosa. Thank you for giving me your birthday. That helps everybody to have the birthday. Ana Rosa, there's some money that's going to be coming in. There's the moon card. You're not clear about a situation here. And let me see the third one. Let me just start tapping in. The Knight of Swords. Seems your family's fighting over a situation that they're not seeing clearly about. It is making this is making problems with the family from what I'm seeing. You're going to have an opportunity to make some changes around that, Ana Rosa, for yourself. You have the Knight of Swords, which is saying that there's some new action coming in that you'll have to be taking. Uh, you have this Knight of Swords here, saying that you'll have to jump on a situation quickly in order to help rectify the situation around you. I see that there's fighting and that there's issues surrounding money. Does this make sense to you, Ana Rosa? Um, yeah, we'll definitely like to know a little bit more about that. Um, but I do think you need a more thorough reading than 3 cards. So if you want to find me, I'm on 12listen.com, or you can contact me through this somehow and we can figure out what to do. But I usually take my readings on 12listen.com when I'm online. Uh, and good luck with that. I say go with the situation, the opportunity that's going to be given to you, and run with it. Okay. Let's see. Hi, I'd love a card. 317, 31177. Happy early birthday, Denise. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Denise, you're looking at trying to figure out how to solve some money problems here. You've got the devil card. It's calling for creativity. I hope this makes sense to you. You're going to be an opportunity, like you're going to be given the opportunity. Uh, you're going to be given the opportunity to find a creative outlet in order to make some money happen for you, Denise. I hope that makes sense to you. Aerosmith Cat, I only have 1 minute left, but it's not, and you're not rude at all. Do you offer insight on love? Yes, I do, but I only have a minute left. So if you can hurry up and like put your birthday on, maybe I can pull a card for you. It says not to be afraid to move forward on something. I think you like someone who's a friend or something, but use your intuition. Okay. Let me take a look at I hope that makes sense to you. Um, Aerosmith Cat. Corey says, "This sounds a little crazy, but I'm pretty sure I just reconnected with past pets spirit through a friend's service dog. Is my intuition correct?" Let's take a look. Yes, you are. You have a connection to that animal, Corey, so I don't think it's weird. Let's see. Oh, sure. Mine is 8878. Okay. What I'm getting from you, Kat, is that you're a Leo and you're very stubborn and you know what you want in a relationship, but you've had some bad relationships in the past from what I'm getting here. Um, you haven't had too many though. You've been very picky about who you're in a relationship with. Uh, but I'm not sensing that you're married at this point from what I'm getting. I'm sensing that you're torn between two people that you're kind of interested in, or somebody's torn between two people and you. Um, Oh man, I have more to tell you, but I have to get off the air. My producer's shouting in my ear that it's time to get off. But you can find me at 12listen.com, or I'm here every week at the same time this day on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm happy to get more into that next week, okay? Hopefully you can come back, Aerosmith Cat, and I can answer some of your questions for you because I am curious about that. You guys, yeah, I can see he's an old flame. I do think there's an attraction there, but you're being cruel to yourself because I don't know how he left you before, but there's something there that is undone, and I need to talk to you about that next time I'm on the air. Every Tuesday at this time. We'll see you later. Thanks for joining in on us, and you can find me at 12listen.com. Make good choices and have a great week, people. See you later. Bye bye.